I just wrote a book, Leadership, A Woman's Guide to Winning Elections, Shaping the Future and Transforming Passion into Political Power. I've had 30 years of sales and marketing experience. I've won numerous sales awards and contests, and I am a current congressional candidate who is writing legislation. So I have a strong desire to help make progress faster, and that's why I wanted to speak with the group today. You can go to the next slide. I don't know exactly what you guys do or what you know, so I just hope that I can offer some things that might be of some assistance. Anytime that you are selling a product or idea, there is a six-step sales process. Next slide. So the first part, it's all about the setup. So when you are scheduling the appointment, it's critical that you ask for the decision maker to be there, and that is going to let you know how you need to present, how you need to conduct your presentation. If the decision maker is not there, then you're going to present your presentation in a different way than you would if the decision maker was present. If they are not going to be present, you just want to give them enough to whet their appetite and cause ignite their curiosity. Next slide. So the six steps to the sales process, the first step is the next step would be discovery. The next step is the presentation. After that, you overcome objections, then you close, and then you ask for referrals. So go to the next slide. Actually, go to the next slide after that one. So in the meet and greet, the number one rule in sales is they need to know, like, and trust you. So the very first step is for you to find common ground on a personal level. So if you're going to their office, look around and see if you see family pictures or, if you can find something that you can connect to them with on a personal level. If it's a place that they went to on vacation or something like that. The next thing that you want to do is pay attention to what you see in the room and how they talk to you. So here is a shortcut on assessing that person's personality. There is different personality types. There's the bulls, owls, lambs, and tigers. Bulls, owls, lambs, and tigers. The bulls are the real, business first, friends later. They want to be the driver of the conversation. They want to control everything. When they feel that they have what they want, then they will let you talk. That is the bull. They're very forceful. They'll have all the awards, all their accomplishments on their walls. The owls are the very analytical people. They want to know all the numbers about everything. They're just the real super analytical type. The lambs are the family oriented people. They need everyone's opinion before they can make a decision about anything. They need everyone's input. They need everyone's approval. They want everyone in the room. They will have a lot of family pictures. They're all about safety. Those are the lambs. Tigers are the enthusiastic, people. They're very personable. They're very trendy. They might drive, a name brand car. They might wear name brand clothes. They're going to be, very energetic, and they're all about appearances. That is the tiger. So when you are meeting these people, you want to assess their personality. You want to pay attention to the room of things that you can connect, to find that common ground. You want to mirror their body language, their tone, their energy, their words. All of these things will help build that instant rapport on a conscious and subconscious level, which is really super important when it comes to making progress with whatever, with your presentation and getting their buy-in on it. The next step, next slide, would be the discovery. The discovery, you want to take a lot of notes. You want to write everything down verbatim that they say. So you want to, it's all in the setup. So I used to work for a fitness facility, and our question was, do you want to build, lose, or tone? If they answered one of those questions, then I knew that I had a buyer. If they didn't buy and they answered that question, then I screwed everything up. So you want to find your equivalent to build, lose, or tone. So would that be, do you have constituents that file bankruptcy because of medical debt? Do you have people that are not receiving the health care that they need because they don't have coverage? Of course, they're going to say yes to those things, right? But it's all about getting them to think. So if I were you, I would come up with 3 to 5 things that that they're going to have as an issue, and then but you want to ask it because you need them to say it back to you. It's all part of the psychological process of the sale. The next step, you want to find their hot buttons. What are their needs? What are their problems? What are their challenges that you can fix with your solution? So again, do you have constituents that are filing bankruptcy? Do you have them that are not getting the health care they need? And then the other 3 to 5 things that you guys come up with. How can you make them look like a hero is what you're digging for. The next step would be the presentation. And when you are presenting, again, you want to take, you are giving the presentation, you want to cater your presentation in a way that is going to solve the problems that they just shared with you. You want to use their words. So you mentioned that you have constituents that have filed bankruptcy, or someone that lost their house, or whatever it is that they said to you. So you want to show how you're going to make their life easier and better and make them look like the hero to their constituents. At the end of your presentation, you want to make it clear what you want or need from them. Okay, so whether that is to get a next meeting, or do they like the program that you just presented to them? Then the next step is overcoming objections. So, what are your thoughts about what I shared with you today? Is there anything that would prevent you from moving forward? What would it be? So if there was anything that would prevent you from moving forward, what would it be? So don't say is there, because they'll probably say no, but you want to find out what it would be if there was something. Does that make sense? So you want to pull out of them what it is that you need to know so you can overcome it, because if you don't overcome it, then you're leaving a problem that you didn't solve. Does that make sense? The 6 common objections are time, approval, money. You need to think about it. They want to check out their other options, or it's a lack of need. So I understand that you are going for legislation, so it might be a little different, but it's still going to be pretty similar, and you guys can kind of, make the adjustments in that regard. The next step would be the close. So again, you want to go down the line of all of your features and benefits, and then you want to go over, revisit your solutions to their hot buttons again. And then you want to say, are you ready to move forward, or whatever it is that you guys are trying to do with them. I'm not really sure what that would be, if it would be for them to say yes, they would vote for it, or you know what I mean. I'm not really clear what your ask is, but that's where you want to make it. And then you want to be quiet. You need to give them time and room to think about it, and let them answer you. And I say shut up there because the first person who talks loses. That's the second rule in sales. So it's very important. The next thing would be to ask for a referral. You want to be able to ask them, who they know that might be interested in this. Ask them how they can connect you, and if there are any upcoming meetings or conferences or something that you can go to, or that you can have a representative go and make your presentation with them. Did I share anything that you guys didn't already know? Did I bring clarity to some things, or did I help at all with anything that might be a little different than what you're doing now?
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, just to be clear, we're asking members of the House and Senate, the U.S. House and U.S. Senate, to be co-sponsors, or
Yeah.
perhaps lead co-sponsors
Mhm.
of the state-based Universal Health Care Act. We call it
Okay.
SABUCA. It's HR 6270, Ro Khanna's bill in the House. And
Yes.
Ed Markey will be introducing it shortly in the Senate. So that's really our focus right now, is to get members to sign on as co-sponsors.
Okay.
Yep, that's our ask.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's great. So, um, it's all about in how you word things and using their words, their languages, and their body language. Anyway, so through using that sales process, that technique, I have I have been known as the closer. So I hope that maybe that was able to help you guys. Does anyone have any questions?
So you're the Kira Sedgwick of politics. The closer, right? Married to Kevin.
Yeah, the
Um,
closer.
so yeah, the closer.
Yeah.
So just a word to attach to the personalities you mentioned: bulls, owls, lambs,
Owls,
and
lambs,
tigers.
and tigers. Yeah, it's awesome. That's from Charles Schultz. He actually has a book or videos that you guys can watch, but it is absolute key for you to know who you're talking to, because it caters, you have to cater your presentation to how that person needs to receive it. If you're not talking in a language for them to hear you, you're wasting your time. So if you know who you're talking to, then you know how you need to give them the information. So you need to be able to talk with the bull in the way that they want to be talked to, because they're all about the nuts and bolts and give it to me fast because I have stuff to do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, and the owl is super analytical. So you want to have all of the numbers and data and everything that they could possibly think of. If you give that information to a tiger, you will bore them to death and you will lose them. Does that make sense? And then the lambs, again, they're all about safety and family. So if you can have these different kind of versions of your presentation, it will really help a lot. You're going to have everything in every presentation, but you're going to have different elements lean a little bit more in different areas. Um,
And then the
yeah,
tiger.
it's. Mhm. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Then the tiger was the fourth one.
Yeah, bulls, owls, lambs, and tigers. The bulls are the real forceful people. You know, they're Trump is a bull. They're very bossy. It's all about them. They are. It's interesting because they're usually married to a lamb. So, but it's all about them. It's on their program. You have if you give them what they want, then they'll warm up to you, and then you can give them the information in the way that you want to present it to them. But in the beginning, they're going to ask you boom, boom, boom. And then once you appease them, then they will soften up, and then you can move forward with your presentation. But they're going to be real fiery and just come at you. I'm sure that you guys have talked to people like that. The
Jim
owls,
Jordan.
again, yeah, the owls are just very analytical, and the tigers are that enthusiastic person. They're very trendy. They're all about the looks, keeping up with the Joneses type. So for those people, you would want to say, this is an opportunity for you to be on the ground floor of this, groundbreaking, legislation that we're bringing, that is just going to be astounding, and everyone is going to love you for it. That is how you would get the Tigers buy-in. Does that make sense?
Great. Thank you, Tammy. Let's open it up for questions so folks have questions, comments. And what's your time here? Do you have another 15, 20 minutes, Tammy?
Not really, but I can go for another 5 or so if
Okay,
that
that's fine.
helps.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do a kind of
I
a wrap.
apologize. I can come back to the next meeting next time. I'm more
No,
than
that's
happy
cool.
to do that.
That's cool. This is a good start. No, we'll just to know that you have 5 minutes. Let's just do kind of a rapid fire Q&A. Build, lose, or tone is another way
Yeah.
of saying, in the political world, legislatively, that's another way of saying what? Build, lose, or tone.
So again, you want to get them to buy in on your legislation that you're trying to get them to co-sponsor, right? So they're going to have people that have healthcare needs. They're going to have people that have medical debt. They're, those are the hot buttons. So you want to ask them those questions. Do you have constituents that have medical debt? Of course they do. Do they have constituents that have had to file a bankruptcy? Of course they have. But you want to find out what they know. What is going to be their hot button? What is going to who have they heard from? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be like someone that needed a surgery but couldn't get it, or they're going to have some story, I would think, or even a family member,
Right.
again, you want to have that personal connection with them. If you can find out from you know who in your family has cancer. I mean, gosh, everyone everyone has a family member that has cancer or died from cancer these days, so that might be a possible question.
And the,
But
and the political equivalent of lose, what would that be?
No, the whole point of me saying that build, lose, or tone is if they answer yes to one of those, that's your hook. You have them.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Okay. That's all that is. That's the whole purpose of the build, lose, or tone. So like, and when I was working at the gym, this was like 20, 30 years ago, when I was working at the gym, um, that was the question. And if they didn't have any, if they weren't looking to do that, then I knew I didn't really have a customer. So you want to ask something that you know the answer to that is going to pull them into you of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish.
Gotcha. Okay. Mike, your hand is up.
Yeah. What is the well that you go to for your energy and optimism?
Um, I was just kind of built this way. I don't know. I believe in the power of positive energy, and I believe in the power of good, and that's kind of how I run my life and why I'm running for office, because I know that we need to do better. And it's interesting because I'm down here on the border with this organization called Vote Common Good. It is a organization of pastors that are really passionate to teach people that Christian nationalism is not the word of Christ or the Bible. And so it's really interesting. So I'm down here having a border experience because I wanted to know firsthand of what's going on. I'm a real solutions oriented person. And like I shared with you guys, when I heard Chuck talk, I went to the SPAN conference in Ohio the other day or a couple weeks ago. I just want to be helpful, and I want to make progress faster. I about died when I heard that we have been working towards this healthcare for 40 years. And I'm like, oh my God, I just heard about it, when Bernie Sanders came on the scene. So there's a disconnect, I believe, with people like you guys who are professionals, your industry, but you just might not know how to deliver it or how to sell it to people. And that's the part that I do know, where I was hoping that I might be able to be helpful to you guys. Sometimes people just know their stuff, they know their product, they just don't know how to market it. The Democratic Party is a perfect example of that. The messaging is horrible.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
saying. But it's having those elements. It makes it all the difference in the world. And so if I
Perfect.
could be any help.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're still recording, Mike. Yeah. Okay. Simon, your hand is up. Simon is our new communications director. He's
Oh, hi Simon.
he's coming back to DC to spend a week with me. We're going to be banging doors on Capitol Hill. So Simon.
Awesome.
On
Awesome.
that point, I wanted to ask, so, if you go in, you try to pick up clues, you try to figure out a way to connect with them. And
Yes.
so you have an important meeting with someone that you want to get to sign on to the legislation, and you
Yes.
misread it, and you're trying to do your pitch, and it's just not working. When you're like you're halfway into that, and that connection just isn't happening. Is there what do you do?
You don't start the presentation till you have the connection. That's the first part.
Okay.
You have to connect with them on a personal level. Do they have kids? Do they have, you know, are they going on vacation? I mean, just anything that you can find to connect with them. You have to make a personal connection. With women, it's okay for us to say, oh, I really love that blouse. That is just that color looks great on you. You just have to be sincere and coming from the heart. People can pick up when you're just bullshitting them. So you don't ever want to do that. You don't want to just do something just for the sake of doing it. You want to have a genuine connection, a genuine interest in who you're talking to, because they are going to be the gatekeeper. They're going to be the catalyst that's going to help you save millions of lives. I mean, it's a big deal, so you want to connect with them on a very deep level, even if it's just momentarily, but you can do that very quickly and easily. If they are crossing their arms when they talk to you, cross your arms also. When they let them out, you let yours out. You want to mirror their body movements. I mean, this is all psychological stuff. But you want to do that. And then once, they'll start warming up to you. It is just a natural thing. There's the rule of reciprocity. If you have candy, you give them a piece of candy, or you want to leave with something too. Again, that goes back to the rule of reciprocity. So if you leave something with them, then they would automatically kind of feel indebted to give something back to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know that there's guidelines with like financial things, but I don't know. Think of something.
Business
Because
card.
that's going to help too.
Yeah, even a
Well,
business card. No?
Yeah, I would think of something. I don't know. Maybe a card with a poem in it or something. I don't know.
Like
I
a
don't
little
know. We'll have
poster,
to
a little small
we'll have to
poster,
think of
like
something.
that,
Yeah, something.
cartoon type
Okay.
thing.
Even if it's even if it's a frame for a picture, I don't know. Think of something.
Okay.
Think of
I know-
something that might be a good one, a picture frame or something, because all these people, they have tons of pictures with all the, organizations that they talk to and stuff. That might be a good one that has your logo on it or something, or I don't know. I would think of some kind of promotional item that is, worthy, that's something someone would use.
Okay.
Just an idea.
Yeah, like a calendar or a schedule or yeah.
Calendar, yep, calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're up against your 5 minutes here. We want to just respect your time, Tammy. You're at the Mexico border where?
I'm in Arizona. So we just drove from Tucson and we just pulled up right when I thought it was going to start at 6. So I apologize I didn't get on sooner. I was trying to navigate the time difference. So it's been a crazy day. I've been up since like 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good on you. And running against Jim Jordan is a special task. So we wish you well.
Yeah. Thank
know.
you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you talk with those people,
Span, Ohio.
feel free to like nudge them in the elbow for me. Oh, I
Sure.
talked with her. She's really great, whatever.
Ab-
Whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'll take all the help I can get. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm
let's
trying
think-
to make those relationships and everything in DC also, because I'm gonna need them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Keep firing. Good luck. Thank you for all you're doing, Tammy. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. I hope I was helpful a little bit,
Yeah.
something. If you
Yeah,
have any
yeah.
questions, feel free to call me. Chuck, you can give everyone my number. They can call or text anytime. I'll be more than happy to role play, whatever you guys want to do. Any way I can be helpful, I will be more than happy to do it. I've done lots of sales training and I've sold everything, and I mean everything. Weight loss, phones, dating, homes, cars. I've done it all. Roofs,
Awesome.
windows, siding, home improvement. I've sold everything. So
I'm wondering, Tammy, if you
yeah.
have another minute, when you're going to be approaching somebody, is there
Yeah.
research you can do in advance to figure out what kind of person they
Yes.
are and
Yes.
how you might
Facebook.
connect?
check out their Facebook. That's a great way to set it up for how you can make a connection with them. So if you see that they just went somewhere on vacation, or if you see what hometown they're from and you're from there, or you have family from there, that's a great way, oh, I saw that you have, you're from Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. And oh, have you heard of this place? Or have you been to this restaurant? Or, do you know this person? Just something like that. Just anything. And just kind of go on and on about it for a minute or two. And then you can sit down, and they will do that with you also. They're trained to want to connect with you too, because this is a win-win situation. Most people, unlike Jordan, are not going to be rude to you and pawn you off or blow you off, or whatever. That's the good thing. So they also want to connect with you too. But yeah, you would definitely want to make that personal one-on-one connection.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much. I hope I was helpful.